This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
In life, there are different causes of tragedies. Bad things occur to people because of several reasons. These causes range from natural occurrences and vulnerability to weaknesses and circumstances beyond human control. This paper seeks to investigate whether the tragedy that befell Othello was due to his weaknesses or circumstances beyond his control. The paper aims to achieve this by providing the reader with information about Othello and how Shakespeare used him in the tragedy to communicate his message. In the tragedy, it is clear to note that Othello's downfall is because of his own mistakes. To understand Othello's downfall, it is essential to have a little background information on what his role was in the play. Othello is one of the characters who features in William Shakespeare's tragedy titled The Tragedy of Othello, The Moor of Venice. The tragedy is believed to have been created by Shakespeare between 1600 and 1604. The story has its focus set in current-day Italy. It looks at the downfall of Othello by involving three other significant characters. These characters are Moorish, Desdemona, and Cassio. Cassio is one of the confidants of Othello. Moorish was a general in the army of Vietnam. Desdemona was Moorish's wife and a lieutenant in the army as well. Apart from tragedy, other themes attached to the play have made it popular to this date. The play is performed throughout the world as it is relevant concerning other themes as well. Some of the themes that are portrayed in the course of the play include love, betrayal, racism, and jealousy. One of the characters, Iago, has been used by Shakespeare to enhance the theme of tragedy. Shakespeare has used Iago as a villain, and throughout the play, it is clear to note that he possesses the largest share of the dialogue. These are important in supporting the tragedy and adding to the fact that Othello's downfall was because of his own personal mistakes as opposed to factors beyond his control. In the play, Othello's tragedy can be attributed to his failure because he trusted Iago so much. He used to refer to Iago as being honest while all Iago was doing was meant for the ill. At the beginning of the play, Othello is portrayed as being a wise general. Through his actions, he achieves excellent and bad results. As an administrator, Othello was a good leader, and Shakespeare portrayed him as one of the most outstanding leaders through the relations he established with other leaders and the manner in which he associated with those below him. He was also portrayed as being one of the bravest soldiers in the Vietnamese army. Shakespeare was doing this to ensure that the readers had a good image of Othello. His fall was to come as a great blow for him. The tragedy that befell Othello can be attributed to the quality of the decisions that he made. Othello encounters the tragedy that befell him mainly because of his choices. The choices can be analyzed in relation to the people he decided to get involved with, the nature and amount of trust that he laid upon those close to him, and the nature of decisions he made when he was faced with a tough decision. One of the decisions that he made, which later haunts him, is his elopement. In the tragedy, Othello chose to elope with Desdemona. Desdemona was the daughter of one of the respected senators in Venice. This is made even worse by the involvement of Iago in the plot. After Othello and Desdemona have eloped, Iago begins a scheme to ensure the two do not stay together happily. Whereas Othello had trusted Iago, Iago had plans that would separate Desdemona from Othello. Iago goes on to make Othello believe that Desdemona is unfaithful. Iago's main aim is to manipulate Othello into thinking he is a friend, while his intentions are not friendly. This is even made worse by the level of trust that Othello has attached to Iago. This manipulation causes Othello to make a drastic decision. Othello believes what Iago has told him and goes on to kill Desdemona before he ends his own life. It is clear that the tragedy that occurred in Othello was because of his uncontrolled and irresponsible decisions. In conclusion, it is clear that Shakespeare has used Othello to portray the people in the society who get themselves in trouble because of their actions. Whereas Othello had all the things he wanted, he still had a problem concerning the decisions he made. The people he chose to associate with were ill-hearted, but he continued to increase his trust in them. Instead of following the proper procedure of undertaking the different activities, he chose to do things his way, which led to his fall and tragedy. This essay on Othello's tragedy in Shakespeare's play was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for.